Hello guys, welcome to TechPoint. This is our second tutorial video on C for absolute beginners. So in this video, we are going to talk about very basic functions of C that are printf and scanf function. So let's start. So first of all, the printf function. So the printf function is used to print something in the output screen. So this is the definition of printf function. You can see it also in the slide, but the question arrives that why we need to print something in the output screen. So the answer is very simple. So think like that you are a very judgmental person, so you are doing something using a program, but you are not sure if the computer is giving the correct answer or not, or it may be that your program is not perfect, so it may give a error. So for that you need to visualize your output to see where is the wrong part coming. So for that we are printing the output in the output screen. So it helps us to visualize the output and to helps us to know where we did wrong in our code. So here is the bookish definition why we need to use the printf function, and now the basic syntax. The basic syntax is something like that: printf, then first bracket open, then the line we want to print, and then first bracket close. And one thing here to mention that the words are in quotes because the C program doesn't know string without quotes. So if we want to say, hey C program, this is a line, so we have to write it in quotes. And if we want to print a variable, then we can skip the quotes. It's like that. So it is a way to write our program. And one last thing, that there is also a semicolon in the end of that line to tell the C programming compiler that the line has ended. So you can move on to the next line, or you can start reading from the next line. So that's it. And now coming to the practicals. So this is our Dev C++ IDE. It looks something like this. And now we're going to write our first code. And first of all, we have to add the header files. So how we add it? Hash include stdio.h. Now we have added our header file, and I have told in a previous video that in Dev C++ the conio.h header file is not needed, but in Turbo C++ you have to add the conio.h and get.ch at last. I also show you. I can also show you the code for Turbo C++ IDE. Just wait, and then the main part comes in. Uh, in the main part, we have to write the program. Like we have to print hello world. So we are going to write hello world like this, and it is going to print hello world for us. Now first we have to save it. So I am going to save it as C tutorial. So here it is hello world. You can see. Let me show you. Just zoom in a little bit, and here it is hello world printed like that. And now if we don't give the quotes, it will not print it because it is not a string. And here you can see the hello was not declared because it is now reading the hello as a variable. What are variable? We are going to see them in the next video, but think like that. It is now thinking the hello word as a variable, so it is not going to print that. And one more thing, that if you want to run your program, you go to execute and then compile and run. Now you can see the output screen. This is the output screen, the black screen. And one more thing, if we don't give the include stdio.h line, it will not work. And there is one more shortcut, that is fn, and in laptop fn f11, and in desktop that f11. That if you don't give the stdio.h line, that now you can see that it is showing that printf is not declared in this scope. So it's like that. Because the function of printf, that is what will the printf do, will be determined by the stdio.h header file, because its function is written in the stdio.h, because printf is an inbuilt function. So we can't just remove stdio.h, and printf works like that. You can see that. And now coming to the second most important basic function, that is scanf. So what does scanf do? Scanf helps us to read the value given by an programmer, right? So it helps us to accept the value given by the programmer. You can see that it is just to accept input from standard input device like keyboard. So think like that, you have declared a variable, whatever it can be its data type. What are data type and variable, we are going to see them in the next video. But think like you have declared a variable and now you try to fetch the value for the variable. You have done it in arithmetic, no? That you say that let x equals to 5 or x equals to 6. So you are giving x a value of 5 or value of 6. So we are doing the same thing, that when we declare a value, there is a bucket, empty bucket created in the computer memory which has a specific address. And when a programmer gives a value like 5 or 6, the computer, what the scanf function do, scanf puts the value in the empty bucket. And here is the function of the scanf. And how the scanf works? Scanf works in scanf percent d ampersand d. And what are percent d and ampersand d? Ampersand means the address of, that is given by the AND symbol. And here are the three things, that percent d is the access specifier for the variable a. If the variable is integer, then will be the access specifier will be percent d. And if the variable is of float, then the access specifier will be percent a. And if the variable is of character, then the access specifier will be percent c. And ampersand or the and sign will be signify the address of, and a is the variable. So we have to go back to our IDE to see how it works. So I'm going to cut it, and now I'm declaring a variable. We will see declaring a variable and something in the next video. First, just focus on this, don't bother about the variable. Now we are showing an line to the uh, programmer, that enter the value of a. So what will the programmer do? The programmer will enter the value, but if we don't stop the program there, it will not the programmer will not be able to give the value, because the program runs faster than a human. So we have to stop the program. So you can think also like that, that the scanf function stop the program at that place. So scanf normal percent d ampersand a. This is the basic syntax. So scanf, what scanf do? Scanf stops the program at that place, and then the line percent d ampersand a, what does it do? It just takes the value given by the programmer and put it in that empty bucket. And what does ampersand do? Ampersand shows the address of it. That is, as I mentioned before, that every variable has a specific address location when we declare a variable. So it just puts the value at the address. The computer don't know A or B or C or D. It just know the address on the memory location. We are going to see them elaborately in the next video. Think like that, there is an empty bucket and we just know where the bucket is. We don't know the name of the bucket. So computer just find the place of the bucket and put the value in that bucket. So now we have put the value in A or in the bucket, and now we want to see that if the value is put it inside the bucket safely or not. So we are going to print it. Printf percentage a, and this is the way to print a variable. We are going to see them. I am just showing you that how it is working. So don't bother about that. Now enter the value, and I am giving 10 here. So now see that the output is 10. Here I have given 10 and the output is showing also 10. So the value has put it inside the bucket safely. So it is working like that. So thank you. That's all for this video, and we are going to see you in the next video. And in the next video we are going to cover a very interesting and the most interesting thing, and also you can say the most the thing we most use in our programming, the variables and the data type. Without we can write a code properly. And if you have a slight knowledge about pointers or something, you know what I am saying, or data structures. So till then, just watch this video and practice something, and just write a code to print your name in the console. That's your assignment. Bye bye. Thank you.